Hi and welcome back. So if you are completely new to programming, then I would suggest you go and watch my Intro to Programming course, which has a lot of details about some things that you're going to encounter in different programming languages. And one of the things that I looked at in that video was conditionals and loops, among other things. So if you want to go and just try and refresh and make sure you're in the same level as everyone else, just go through that course and you will feel more confident in any programming language that you'd want to learn. So moving on with conditionals in JavaScript, we have the if else. That's what we started looking at. In this case, we want to start with just the if. So we say that an if is executed if the condition is true. So if this condition is true, you'll do the if. Now you can see with this one, there's only one possibility. It can only run and do something for you if the condition is true. And if the condition here is false, you can see the program will just fail silently. I mean, it won't even give you any feedback. It won't tell you that something is wrong. It won't tell you that you input the wrong data. It will just fail silently. That's why usually we add the else statement at least so that it can give an output. This is just good for what is called defensive programming, so that if someone inputs wrong data, maybe you're taking data from users and you want the data that they input to be a number, and then they input maybe ABC, this would fail silently. But if you had an else statement, that would help. At least you'd give them a message, put in a number. So that's the only difference between this if and the next one, which we're going to look at, which has the else statement. So let me just go to the browser, and as we've been doing, I will continue using Scratchpad for examples. So let me go and write a very quick if statement so that we can see this in action. So if I come here, I'll open Scratchpad by Shift F4 on my keyboard. So if I come here, I can just say, let's say we declare a variable of marks, right? And variable of marks of students. And then we say, let's just leave it undefined. And then we say if marks is greater, if marks is greater, or rather, if marks is less than 50, let's tell them that, let's just do an alert, and let's tell them you have failed. So if marks less than 50, you have failed. Now, first of all, I want to do this for you so that you can see how this is going to fail silently, because we haven't given this an initial value. And if we don't give this an initial value in JavaScript, you know that this will say that this is undefined. And we say that undefined will automatically evaluate to a false value. So if I try to run this, this is an alert. So I need to add the brackets like that. And then if I try to run this, you'll see that nothing happens. Nothing happens, nothing happens. So it is failing silently. You see, it's failing silently. But let's say we give marks a value of, let's say this guy got 49. So this will evaluate to true because 49 is less than 50. So if we run this, you see, it will give us, you have failed. And you can also see if it is greater than that, this will evaluate to false, and we won't know what has happened. We will not get any feedback back because we don't have an else statement. So if I run this, you see nothing happens. So it just fails silently. So in this video, we have we have done an example that demonstrates two things. First of all, if you don't have an else statement and the condition here is false, then it will just fail silently. And then we've also seen that this will be run if it is true. So in the next video, let's look at an if with an else. Now the if else, at least so that when the condition here is false, we can also tell the system what to do in that scenario. So I will see you in the next video.